Hey, welcome back to X-Rated Hours. It's Matt here, and I'm here to make another episode. And today what I'm going to be talking about is simply how to have lucid dreams as a beginner. So I'm just going to give a few strategies, a few tactics that you can take home and apply today. And if you do it the right way and do what I tell you to do, it's possible for you to have a lucid dream tonight. And then, of course, you repeat this over a long period of days. It's very likely you have a lucid dream within the next week. So here is the lowdown. So obviously you know what lucid dreaming is. It's just being conscious while you're dreaming, right? So that gives you the ability to control your dreams. I'm going to move over here. So I'm just going to go over a few of the basics and then, how to apply them so that you can have lucid dreams. So the very first basic that you must have, so this is a prerequisite for dreaming, is you must be able to remember your dreams, okay? If you don't remember your dreams, it doesn't matter if you have a lucid dream, because think of it like this. You don't remember your dreams, but you have 7 lucid dreams a night. Did you really have a lucid dream? A tree falls in the forest and nobody's around to hear it. Did it really make a noise? I mean, yeah, it kind of did make a noise, and yeah, you kind of did have a lucid dream, but you don't remember it, so it doesn't really count. Or it counts, but it doesn't really, you're not going to enjoy it the same way. I'll tell you that, okay? So how do you remember your dreams? This is very easy if you know what to do. Okay, every night you have anywhere from 5 to 7 dreams. Okay, so first off, if you say you're not having dreams, you're wrong. Or you could be right if you have some sort of sleeping condition. But if you weren't having dreams, some part of your memory would totally be fucked. Okay, honestly, your memory would just be not as good. You would know if you weren't having dreams, because you would have a sleeping condition. Now, we established that you are having dreams, okay? How do you remember them? Before you go to sleep, at night when you're laying in bed and you're slowly drifting off to sleep, take the time to think that you're going to try to remember your dreams tomorrow morning. Okay, so let's pretend right now I'm in my bed, my luxurious chair bed, and I'm about to go to sleep. Okay, so I'm snoozing. And as I drift off, I'm going to want to repeat to myself or just think in my mind, tonight, I am going to remember my dreams. Tonight, I'm going to remember my dreams. Tonight, I'm going to remember my dreams. This is going to allow you to kind of imprint it into your mind that you have the goal to remember your dreams, obviously. And so that when you wake up in the morning, first thing that's going to be on your mind is going to be the fact that you're trying to remember dreams from the night before. So you're going to start thinking, okay, what did I dream last night? What did I dream last night? And that's going to, really improve your recall. Bunch of reasons for this. I'll just give one. Dreams are largely stored in your short-term memory, and we're trying to get it from short-term to long-term memory. Okay? So the way you do that is just like the way you learn anything else, because think of it like this. When you were in school learning those math tables, 7 times 7 equals 49. That was stored in your short-term memory the first time you read it, but you did it so many times now that it's in your long-term memory. Same idea with dreams. So you remember your dreams in your short-term memory. Sorry, I just thought I heard something. You remember your dreams in your short-term memory. Our goal is to take it from your short-term and put it into your long-term. The way you do that, there's many ways, but quite simply, try to think of what it is that you're dreaming and try to take the time to write out what your dreams were. So one thing that I'd recommend a lot of people that have is to get a dream journal and put it next to your bed. That's going to give you somewhere to write it. Alternatively, myself, I write dreams in my phone. So yeah, just to recap that first point, you got step 1, start remembering your dreams. The way you do that, take the time to consciously tell yourself you're going to remember dreams the day before, and 2, take time in the morning to write out your dreams, whether it's in your phone or a pen and pad on a journal, so that you can kind of crystallize them into your memory. Now, the next step. Now, once you remember dreams, it's time to go to the next step and start to actually become conscious in dreams and have lucid dreams. And I can name probably 10 different methods of how to have lucid dreams. I'm going to tell you probably the most simple ones. Okay? So first things first, if you plan on doing this any sort of long term, or you plan on wishing to have, multiple lucid dreams a week, I would suggest starting with trying to do reality checks throughout your day. Okay? So what is a reality check? A reality check is, as the name suggests, you're literally just checking to see if you're dreaming or you're in your waking world. Right now, I know I'm in the waking world. How? I can do a reality check. I'll do one right in front of you. Look at my hand. I have 5 fingers on my hand. I try to push my hands through each other, nothing happens. Very likely I'm not dreaming and I'm in the waking world. So yeah, let me kind of explain why that is. So in our dreams, oftentimes it's very difficult for our brains to I guess make or create a visual representation of our hands. Very often in your dreams, if you take the time to just look down at your hands, you'll see that you have 5, 6, 7, 8 fingers even. I remember my first lucid dream, it was triggered from this reality check where I looked down and I saw I had 7 fingers on each hand. Boom, I knew I was dreaming, lucid dream. So our goal is for us to do these reality checks throughout our day and make them habitual so that we keep doing them consciously, randomly. And then eventually, one time during our dream, we'll do them out of habit. Boom, look at your hand, for example, and you do a reality check and see if it fails. And then you know you're dreaming, and that's how you just turn lucid from there onwards. So I'm gonna give you a few reality checks to choose, and how often should you do your reality checks. So, few reality checks. The number one I use is just using the hands, taking a look, counting my fingers. That's the easiest. The other one too, I like to compound them. Try to push your hands through each other. Obviously in the waking world, nothing's gonna happen, but in your dreams, sometimes they can go pass through. Another one is reading text. So I'll show you this, what I have on my arm. It says, it's a front facing camera, so you can't read it, but it says, "Are you dreaming?" Okay. You can take the time to read this text. So if I was doing a reality check with text, I would go read the writing on my hand. Are you dreaming? Look away, look back. And oftentimes in our dreams, the writing will change, okay? Or the letters will move, or it's very difficult for us to read. In the waking world, of course, it's easy for me to read this very basic sentence. So if it looks the same after looking at it twice, I'm usually just okay, I'm not dreaming. And then the third one you can use, nobody really uses this one, but it is very effective, and it's simply to plug your nose, okay? Because when your nose is plugged in the waking world, I cannot breathe right now. But in a dream, of course, you plug in a dream nose, right? You're not plugging your real nose. So when you plug your nose, try to breathe. If you can breathe, that means you're in a dream, quite obviously, because you're not plugging your real nose. Okay, so those are the reality checks. But then it becomes, how often in the waking life do you want to do them? And I'll tell you. So while you're awake, you want to try to do these reality checks about at least once an hour, right? That gives you about 10 times a day you're doing them. The more the better, honestly. The more obsessed you are with lucid dreaming, the more likely that it is that you will remember to have a lucid dream at night. So try to do them as much as possible. Try to do them randomly, and I can get into if you have dream signs, triggering them with your reality checks, but I'll get into that later. Try to do them as much as possible. That's going to allow you to have the most lucid dreams. Now, going from here, I'm going to kind of combine these 2 points together and create a third, and I'm going to teach you the mild technique, okay? Because you can apply the mild technique very, very quickly when it comes to lucid dreaming. So what I'm going to recommend for you to do then, go to sleep tonight, and first of all, repeat to yourself that you're going to remember your dreams, okay? Once you start remembering your dreams and you've made a habit to start doing reality checks during the day, the next thing that I would suggest is, instead of just, as you fall asleep, drifting off, instead of just trying to tell yourself that you're going to remember your dreams, tell yourself that you're going to remember your dreams and that you're going to have a lucid dream as well. So we'll go back. Before I said, pretend this is my bed again. Before we said I was in my bed and I was laying and I was going to say, I'm going to remember my dreams. I'm going to remember my dreams. Instead of saying that, add a little bit of extra intent to it and say, I'm going to remember my lucid dream tonight. I'm going to have a lucid dream tonight and remember it. Say things like that as you drift off to sleep, and it will increase your chances a lot that you actually have a lucid dream rather than just remembering it. The other thing too, I do want to quickly mention, I should have touched on this first, but basically, when you do your reality checks, okay, try to be very conscious of what you're doing while you do it, because it's very possible, or very easy I should say, to get into the habit of just doing them willy-nilly, I guess you could say, and then not really being conscious, so that you do them in your dreams now, and then you don't really think, and you just look at your hands and the 7 fingers, but you don't really try to analyze and really feel if you're dreaming or not. You don't really ask yourself the question if you're dreaming or not, and you just look at your hand and look away. You'll see 7 fingers in your dream, won't think of it, and just keep going on throughout the dream without being lucid. So what I would say to that is try to be conscious. So when I do my reality checks in the waking life, I'll look at my hand, 5 fingers, count 5. Okay, I'm not dreaming, and then go from there. So that's that. I'll summarize it in 30 seconds. I guess I could have made this video 30 seconds if I didn't explain anything. But first, as you fall asleep, set intent that you want to remember your dreams. Okay, as you fall asleep, set intent. Number 2, when you wake up, take the time to write them down in your phone, in a dream journal, whatever you want, to crystallize them and take those dreams from the short-term memory to the long-term. 3, throughout your day, try to take time to do reality checks, whether that's looking at your hands, plugging your nose, looking at writing, anything like that. That's going to help you, make that a habit, so that once you do that so consistent that you might actually carry that habit over into your dreams, you'll realize, boom, right there, if you're dreaming or not, and that'll allow you to have a lucid dream. And the fourth thing I said, and this is kind of like the first lucid dreaming technique, is the mile technique. I'll make a whole video on just the mile technique, but basically, as you drift off to sleep, take the time for yourself to just repeat to yourself that you're going to have a lucid dream tonight. You set the intent before you go to sleep, and then oftentimes when you do that as you go to sleep, the next morning you'll wake up and have experienced a very lucid and real dream. So yeah, take the time to do this, please, and of course, enjoy your day. Bye bye.